Hello and welcome back to the Hero Atlas. Your host, Fran Eden, coming to you from the Walmart of Eternal Carnage. And today I will be bringing you Shadow Fiend, Shadow Shaman, Silencer, Skywrath Mage, and Slardar. So let's, without further ado, visit Triangle Man. Shadow Fiend. The Knights of the Basalt Plains are a proud and noble order. They're also, it turns out, tragically understaffed, known for tirelessly cleaning the fields of carnage. Fields of carnage. It's fields, not plains. It is most certainly not a bungalow. They clearing the fields of carnage of undead and demons, shocked at how few of them there are. Hail and well met, says the general. Endalor, as he strides out across the fallow plains to meet me on the edge of their encampment. I trust thine journey was uneventful? After an abundance of formalities, I ask him about Nevermore, the Shadow Fiend. His cocksure demeanor falters before he regains himself. 'Twas a battle like the which I had never hoped to see again, he said. We set upon the foul fiend from all angles. Alas, his shadowy form repelled all manner of assault. Endalor spoke of how man after man fell, Nevermore claiming the souls of one after another. 100 men went up against him, and a dozen knights clinging to his small encampment are all that survived. Mine oath forbids me from prevaricate. My oath forbids me from lying. His head drops. The abomination drove us back. He remains the one foe we've yet to vanquish. He remains one foe we hope ne'er to see again. Good kind. Him a triangle. Oh, I get it. That's why that's why he did such a good job against the knights. Triangle is the strongest shape. I get it now.
I am the medium between the worlds.
Shitter Shaman. Rasta the Shadow Shaman held out his hands. With mild annoyance and more than a little skepticism, I am no fool after all, I took them. The troll's reputation was mixed at best, and I knew these so-called shamans are more skilled at reading the people they're conning than they are befriending the dead. Rasta closed his harsh white eyes and hummed a tune. Here comes the con, I thought. Another waste of time and coin, but as the melody continued, it snagged on something in the back of my head. It was so familiar, almost like a smell that drags at your soul, searching for memory. Rasta clucked his tongue and asked me a very personal question that I will not share here. I tried to hide my reaction as Rasta began speaking with a new lilt, as if someone I knew long ago was using his throat to talk. After he, or I suppose she, had said their piece, Rasta opened his eyes. He lifted a wide-brimmed hat as he smiled his ghastly smile. Now comes the best part. Your donation. Musgrave.
There is purity in silence.
Silencer. Like most homes in Hazadale Tent City, trying to keep the sand out is a losing battle. I brush as much of it off the stray cushion as I can, and then I give up. My host is Abagard, the last living instructor of the once great school of war mages, the Aeldrias Order. I had come to ask him about Nortram, the greatest war mage the Aeldrias had ever produced. The Aeldrias did produce the greatest war mage, it is true. Abadar gives a thin smile. But not through scholarly instruction. He coughs with a slight embarrassment. We bred him to be our champion. For 200 years, line upon line, pairing upon pairing, he was not born, we made him. Nortram proved to be an obedient pupil, but the reality proved less obedient. By his 7th year in the Aeldrias, Nortrim was failing even the most rudimentary magic test. The student they'd bred for centuries to be the culmination of their order couldn't cast a spell to save his life. I was sure I'd gotten the lineages correct. Thought all the signs were there. He'd failed. He sighs. That's what we thought until Crucible Day. Turns out he was just a late bloomer. The students squared off to demonstrate their skills. No one expected anything from Nortrim, but as an aspiring mages started their incantations, Nortrim focused. Suddenly, on the proving grounds, he wasn't just the best mage, he was the only mage. No one else could cast a spell, certainly not to save their lives. On the bright side, Abigar sighs, he did graduate. I nod and sip at my sand milk. Very sandy. That's silencer, so I think we got 2 more.
Court mage to the nest of thorns am I.
Am I? Skyrath Dork. If I were to choose word to describe the mage known as Dragoness, it would be impressive. Though humorless would be a decent second choice. He's guarding the nest of thorns, the ghastly airy, when I ask for a moment of his time. He refuses to reply, and a helpful passerby suggests I return for the changing of the guard 7 hours later. When I finally return, he's being relieved by a burly flightless bird called Grackle. The flightless are as confident, as respected as the highborn, he sniffs, though he says it though his mouth isn't used to the lie yet. Dragonus, the Skyrath maid, marches officiously as he speaks. It appears he never considers himself off duty, and at the very least spends his leisure time speaking only of duty. Guarding the queen is the highest calling to which one can aspire, he tells me. The true queen, he clarifies. The ghastly Aerie is now governed by its rightful ruler. His voice booms through the Aerie's majestic halls. This time, I believe him. For the first time, I catch a twinkle in his eye and the faintest hint of a proud smile. Good kind. Slada. That makes our 5th. Yes, it does. Slada. That's handsome fish. Handsome fish time. The tiny Vertiwolf skiff, borrowed from a friend of an enemy, bounces chaotically across Shadeshort's choppy waves as I row into the wind. It's always into the wind. Thanks, good kind. A green fluke flashes upward and slaps down a welcome. My contact. In one balletic flip, the Naga, former guard of the sunken treasury, swirls up alongside my skiff and demands payment up front. She also repeatedly mentions she's currently without a mate. Once I've paid her, in coin, and coin alone, she recounts how she and Slardar once pursued a Marineth who had stolen some sort of flame staff and fled into the depths. The Slytherin didn't care that the device was practically useless underwater, where its fire was extinguished before it could start. It was the principle that mattered. So when the merciless Slardar caught up, he dragged the thief ashore, affixed the staff's tip to its belly, and slow-cooked it alive for a full day. The stench was unbearable, the Naga hisses admiringly. But Slardar gave him a final lesson to take to the grave. Carrick. That is hour 5 for today. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll be back for the second to last page. We're really getting there, guys. Guys? No. I'm going to workshop that. We'll be back with that. Crows, maybe? What do I call you people? That isn't you people. Have a good night.